Okay, no problem.
Okay, we'll get started right now. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Secrets in the Saddle podcast, all things cycling with your host, Sylvie Daou. And I am super excited to bring you this amazing man. But before we get started, please make sure that you put on you subscribe to the podcast, you subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can both hear this in audio and you can watch the videos, and as well as put the notifications on. Please share, comment, and provide a 5-star review if you love this podcast. As happen to know other extraordinary people like Richard that you're going to meet here who are doing extraordinary things with cycling, please send them my way. So guess where Richard is. Richard is in Freetown, Sierra Leone, West Africa. I found these guys on Facebook. They happen to be in one of the cycling pages or groups that I'm in, and I reached out. I thought that was amazing to see what they were doing, and I reached out and asked them if they would be on my podcast to talk about their story. So before I get into Richard's story, he's going to tell you all about how the club got started in Sierra Leone, because there's a big lag between the two of us. But here's a little bit of a background before we get started. In 2000, so this is a grassroots amateur sports team in Sierra Leone. It was founded by Tenesie, Dixon, Gibrilla, Vandy, and Fallah, in November. The main objective of the Flames Cycling Club is to see how best we can use cycling as a sport to transform our society, empower our youth, and see how we can take them away from drugs, violence, and thug life. Oh my gosh, but you guys have to see everything that they're doing. You have to go check out their Facebook page. So all of their social media handles are below in the descriptions. Go send them some love, support. They are just doing absolutely amazing things. So in 2019, the Flames Cycling Club, one rider was selected for the national team to represent Sierra Leone in the Tour of Guinea in 2019, which is amazing. That's so, that must make you so happy. So we're talking to Richard. Also here in their bio, they gained support by Joe Friel. I think that's extraordinary. He's an amazing, obvious leader in cycling and coaching, and but he has reached out and he's helped the team. Now, I want to introduce you to Richard Musa, who is going to tell you he's a leader in the club, in the team, and how he got it started and how we found the guys to make up the club. So Richard, I'm handing it over to you.
Hello, thank you very much. I like it. Hello, everybody. I'm so pleased to meet you guys on Facebook, Instagram, and other mediums of communication. But my name is Richard Musa. I live in Sierra Leone in Freetown, and I do a very small business in bicycles. And I am the manager of Flames Cycling Club, which is gradually becoming the best club in the country, and most probably it will be the best in the world. This thing all started with a vision to bring boys, youths from the street, away from drugs, away from evil, bad things, unethical things, you know. So three guys came together Tenesie, Dixon, Vandy, and Fallah, Fayia, and say, hey guys, help our environment. So came together, and it all started with 3 men, and they got 3 bicycles. We started everything. So going along the line, you know, gradually, we decided to bring some more people in, though it was very easy because starting by and get support to have that. So we have to go all out of our hands. So by God's grace, we were able to come together in 2018, November. 2019, the number rose up to 10, and later we started involving into races. So we went into one competition, and we were successful with our first race. With Fayia was fortunate to get 2nd position. That was in Makien. And I said, hey man, we need to do something, because if this is the beginning and we have started getting good, let's push ahead. And the other one we went into, which is track racing, track competition, which was their very first competition that they organized. Fortunate to work to ride in that competition, and we got the 1st position. Tenesie position. So everything started, and the teams are getting it. Everybody was started. Yeah, these guys, how are they moving like this? Commitment. I'm sure the world that you can be engaged rather than you can do something better in sport rather than go to the street involving drugs or do other things to distract your mind from your future. So we went ahead and successfully in 2019 we got our first executives. We got about a few executives, so just man the whole thing.
Well, guys, I mean, you're getting a little bit of the information from Richard. He, like you said, he's in Sierra Leone, South Africa, or West Africa, and our connection is not perfect. He just popped off, and I'm waiting for him to come back. But what he was saying is that, you know, they started a club with 3 guys. Oh, he's come back. And they had success in their first couple races. They're like, okay, let's go for this. And I'm just going to ask him, hey, welcome back. The cool thing is that after a year of events, they found that, you know, they had some pretty good talent. And that's where they started putting together an official executive to take the team forward. Now, I'm just waiting for him to jump back in. And it seems now that they've got some good sponsorship. Again, just to backtrack, Richard was the owner, or is the owner, of one of the cycling club that got them started. So I'm just looking for here. Somewhere from his bike shop. Oh, Mike's Bike Sisters Shop in Mike's Bike Sisters Shop in Sierra Leone. Hi, Richard. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to go off what he has written here for me, and hopefully he'll jump back on. All right. So they started out with 3 guys, and they've grown to 10. And I'll be posting up some pictures in the YouTube video so that you'll be able to see more of the team. And plus, obviously, I'll have some on social media. But so during this time, the year, the club was supported by various donors of cycling gears and equipment through the help of David Boosley. All right, I can hear you, I think. Hi. Welcome back, Richard. All right, this doesn't seem to be working. Oh, here's back. Okay, I can hear you, Richard. I was wondering if we got on Instagram or Facebook, do you think that would be better?
Hey gang, I just wanted to let you know that with Richard's interview, we had to basically go through 3 different social media platforms before we were able to connect on WhatsApp for a audio recording. Well, you never know. These connections overseas aren't always the best, but we are able to bring you a great interview. Continue listening.
Welcome, Richard, to Seekers from the Saddle podcast. I'm super excited to have you here. And what I'd love to hear, I'm just going to give a little bit of your bio just for the recording. And so, Richard Moussa is from Freetown, Sierra Leone, South Africa. He is also the owner of the bike shop in town called Mike's Bike Sister Shop in Sierra Leone. And in 2018, he decided to start a club. And this is how he, and I'm super excited about hearing his story of how he got started and how he found the club, found the guys to start in the club, because it started with 3 guys and now it's grown to 10, and how they had great success on the race circuit the first year. So Richard, tell us about, go back and you know, what was in your head when you decided to start a club? Because I started a club too, like 13 years ago, and it was the scariest thing ever. And how you found the guys. I'd love to hear that part, because the great thing about this is that Richard started this as a way to, as we know how cycling or any kind of sports gets kids off the streets, you know, out of the way of drugs and violence and gangs. So I'd love to hear how you got it all started in your hometown of Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening, everybody. Shout out to all bike lovers. I am Richard Moussa. I'm from Sierra Leone, Freetown, West Africa, and we're a very small shop, Mike's Bikes Sister Shop in Africa. And I am the manager of Flames Cycling Club, a very small club that we started, you know, with all just in the name of love. 3 men started this whole thing just because of their love for cycling and with a passion to bring out children from the streets, drive them away from drugs and unethical behaviors. So we came together and formed this club in 2018, November 2018, and gradually we were invited into a race, and we won we took second position. Oh, we started seeing that something good will come out of this. And another time we went for another race, and which was one of the first race of Strength, a brewery company in Sierra Leone, who organized that race. That was the very first one, trying to present one of their products. And we participated. Fortunately for us, we got first position. Wow. And I said, boys, it's time to buck up.
Yeah.
And we went into jazz. And gradually in 2019, we raised up our membership to about 10. And right away we said, hey, we are growing up. Let's get some executive positions. And we gave some couple of executive positions. And we rolled along the line. One of our riders was selected to represent Sierra Leone in neighboring Guinea in a race. Wow. Woo! So with that, yes, we continued, and it has been fine with us. It has been fine, and mostly because we wanted to bring boys from the street, but boy, because in Sierra Leone, it is very easy, very, very easy for kids to get into drugs if they are not occupied. And you go to school, if you are not into drugs, you are humiliated, you are, many things will come their way. So because of those things, I say, hey, guys, I think sports can bring kids off the street. So with our sport, many boys around, because getting a bike in Sierra Leone is not very easy. So when they see you riding a bicycle, it's like you have everything. So because of them, yes, many of them like us. They follow us. They run after us when we ride around our areas, and they say, "Hey, we want to join you. Want to join you?" And I look for vulnerable ones, those who I think they are very close to getting off and getting into drugs. I bring them in, and now we are growing. We are growing. It is really, really amazing to see a team like Flames now better off. Things are fine.
Oh my God, that is so awesome. I love hearing good stories like that. But I want you to go back to the 3 boys that started. Like, how did that get started? Like, did you approach them, or were they hanging out at the bike shop, or how did you encourage them to get on bicycles? I want to know that, because like as soon as you get 3 and more will follow, right?
These are 3 amazing boys. Fallah, Fayia, who took the 2nd position in the very first race that we attended.
Whoa.
And Tenesie Dixon, who is the team captain now, who took the 1st position in the track race. And Vandy, Gibrilla Vandy. These are guys that really have passion for bicycles. They have been chasing their elder guys, for the national cyclists in Sierra Leone. They run after them always. Every time I see the national cyclists pass through my shop, you see these boys behind them. They come, "Hey, manager, hey, man, we want you to manage us." Interestingly, this is out of place, and that's the truth I'm telling you. So
Ooh, cool.
they come, "Hey, Mr. Richard, I want you to manage us. I want you to be with us and support us. We want to ride, but we don't have support." I just tell them, "Hey, man, I don't want to go into this. You are small boys. I don't want to get you into the street." You say, "Hey, we can do it." So, gradually, they came together and said, "Hey, Mr. Richard, you must manage us." And I filed in interest into it, and it works.
So you're the owner of the bike shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they're like bugging you. "Come on, let us ride for you," right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you can't turn away that kind of passion, I'm telling you. So you finally gave in. You're like, "Okay, I'll get you bikes," right? And then so who was coaching them? Was it you?
Well, really, I like bicycles, but I did not ride. Like I did not read. I just ride for and how can I say, for pleasure,
Right.
But when they came into this thing, yeah, they were riding behind the national cyclists. We call them professionals now because they are endless. So they ride behind them. So they became used to it and start to ride. So fortunately for us, we got some affiliations with some people around, like David Bosley in UK and Joe Fred in US, and
Right.
they decided to coach us, to help us. So we are so lucky.
Oh my gosh,
And
yes.
Bosley has been on our side, always follows our page, always ask us, "Hi guys, how you doing? How is it?" And we give him our feedback. What we do, we tell him, say, "This is what we are doing, and this is what our positions are." And he has been very, very grateful. He has been very, very good to us. So we are lucky to get the cycling Bible book from Joe Fred, the coaching book, and of course David Mosley is our coach. He always give us advice and show us the way to go about it. So
oh my gosh!
Now that's the team.
Yeah. So you have David Bosley from the UK as your team coach.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Yes,
now, so you started with, so you started with 3, then they got results right away. And then, was it their friends who kind of jumped in and said, hey, I want to be part of this? Like, this looks like fun. How did you get more guys? Or
yeah, well, because the whole thing about it is just passion. And one good thing that I like is somebody that is willing to give himself up for cycling, you know, because one thing, it is one thing to get someone to come into the team, but it's another thing to be committed in doing the things of the team. Because I want to get you off the street. I want you to be part of my team, but you must be willing to come our way. We give you all support, but you yourself must be committed. So that is how we look for them. Many of these small boys come around. Even as of the moment, we have the least cyclists. We have the most junior one. They came in recently, and you can't believe it. His very first ride, that was on 26th December. He took the first position in the junior riders. Took the first position. See how amazing it is. He came, and I just have to put in place bicycle for him. Just try to do it. I think I have a picture. I'll send it to you.
yes, so please.
I got the bike ready for him on a day, and the following day they went for the race. I said, Tenesie, hey, how do you think this will work? He said, let's try him. And they went. Oh man, it was a gift for us. It was a Christmas gift for us.
Oh my gosh.
The first position. Yes, as of now we're working on that. So that is it. If you want to be join us, not that we don't take, there are plenty boys that want to come in. Yes, but we can, the resource we have, the kind of support we have. I get support from my little shop. So those little things I get, that's what I take to support them. But we cannot take everybody together, but gradually we will take many of them, because I really want to get streets off the street, kids off the street. Plenty in our environment, TC Road, Mount Orel, the center of Freetown is dominated with drug addicts. So small kids can easily go into it. But thank God, we are trying our best. We'll get them up. We'll get them off the street. We'll get some of them. So we have some that have already come in, and we are still trying to get more and more and more as we get support, because with the little one we have, we cannot support everybody together. So as we get stronger, then we bring them more in. Yeah.
That must be a lot of kids that are looking for that kind of outlet or place to be, because it's not just about cycling, it's about being part of something. Do you know what I mean? Like, being part of something's positive, and they're just moving forward in a positive way, and it's so great that you're able to help more kids, and hopefully more kids get off the streets. I think this is just the most amazing story. So now you have more support from Joe Friel, and I see that he helps with more of the gear part, or the clothing. And well, that's great, because obviously sometimes that's the most most expensive things, to get geared up with. But do you find, Richard, that some of these kids are coming in with some really raw talent.
Hello.
Do you find that some of these kids are coming in with some raw talent for cycling?
Yeah, yeah. To start with, I believe in education. That's my first priority
Mm-hmm.
because I came up from a very poor home.
Yeah.
I can still remember my mom used to do agriculture, just plant, potato leaves, sauce, things, vegetables, and I helped her to sell it in the market. That was what she took to raise us. When I go to school, to use that money to pay my fees, do many things for me. So I believe in education. Had it not been for her, maybe I wouldn't have been able to express myself to you here. So everybody, I can challenge you. You can find out from any other source. Everybody in our team is going to school.
That's good.
We have boys. We have boys in universities, and of course we have other going to secondary school, something, So that tells you that we don't want to just get them into cycling, go up, go down, and when you are old tomorrow, you won't be able to do anything for yourself because we are just a cyclist. No, even fix your bike, oh my God, you have to learn how to fix your bike so that all those things will help you in the future. So going to school is one priority. Riding the bike is another one, so that we can go together. If cycling doesn't pay you, in education will pay you, but you must know something. There must be an alternative. So that is our goal. And by God's grace, with support, maybe from you all, because what we are doing is a very great one. So I know one day we will get there, and you will one day visit somebody will come from our team that will visit you and say, hey, I am the one that you helped out.
For sure. Oh my gosh. If I can help spread the word for you guys, I will. And I hope that that's what this podcast will do, is, get the word out that, just about you, stepping forward and putting together something like this, because I bet you there's little bike shops everywhere that could kind of open up their hearts like you and just start with those 3 kids to grow and and that would be a great way to just grow the sport, and like you said, get kids off the streets and give them something to really be proud of. I think it's so commendable what you're doing, Richard. I am so glad that I found you on that Facebook page. And I have to thank Farah because she invited me onto that page. I'm going to have to give her a special thanks. But, I'm like, it's just so, you're so new, and I want to bring you guys back in like a year or two to see how you're doing for a follow-up and see how much you've grown. Is there any advice that you can give to, say, if there's somebody in your region that hears this podcast and it's like, oh, I'd really like to, get into cycling or find you? I don't know. Do you have any advice for kids out there, or maybe parents who want to try and get their kids into something?
Yeah, really, my advice to kids, to everyone, is drug is dangerous, and being an idle man, like the Bible says, it said, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So if you are idle, then I tell you, one day get into crime. Yes. So come, I advise everyone, come over, let's do something, let's try to do something. You're not doing it for me, you're doing it for yourself, because it will determine your future. It will change your life. You know, we've been looking at cyclists on Tour de France, bigger tours. You know, you see people, we admire them. We can do it. We can do it. You can never do it if you don't start it. Come and you will see what you can do. Everyone has a potential, but you need to find it out. Trace it, maybe you'll find it in cycling. And for people looking at us around, we need support. We need support because I alone cannot do it. You know, it all started with, even the shop, it all started with somebody, a white man that came around, he was selling spanners. I thought I've met a poor white man. Behold, it was a rich man or a better person, a good person. So he came with spanners. He said, hey, I am selling these spanners. I said, hey. Others around me, they say, hey, look at the poor white man selling spanners in Africa. I called him, hey, I saw this spanner, a chain cutter. I can use this one to fix my chain without using nails to hit my hands. So I got the chain cutter, and he showed me another one, a bottom bracket remover.
Oh,
I saw that one. Yes, I can use. Yes, BB tool. I used that. I saw that one, and he showed me you can use it this way because I never knew even how to use it. And he showed me, and I said, hey, this is essential. I should buy it, and I bought it. I bought 3 things, and he said, if you have money, you can buy more. And he showed me several other things. He showed me the RLNT 4, 5, 6. Oh, amazing! I bought it. And you like bicycle? I said, yes, I like bicycle. I want to work on bicycles, but I don't have good tools. And he said, okay, we can be friends. Maybe I can send you tools. And he took my number. I took his number. Later, things began to work. We communicated, and all started like that. Today, I can get containers from him from the West, and we're going to bargain. He showed me price. I pay for the container halfway. He pays the other one. When the container comes, he takes bicycles for programs, and I take the rest for my shop. What I get from my shop, I take some little one and support the cycling team. That's how I'm living. You see that? So you just need to be honest. That's the first thing. Next, keep it up, be active, work hard, and you will make it. I never knew I was going to be like this. Today I am talking to you. Why? Because I stood for good things, and today I am getting good response. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I just want to go back to that idle mind. And it's so true because, I mean, you don't have to be sitting in West Africa to get into cycling, right? You just have to have the passion to find a bike, ask for it, get on the bike, find a club, and then get rolling. But so that, and go back to the gentleman who started giving you tools. That's how you got your bike shop started? How long ago was that?
Yeah. It was in 2008.
Oh.
I remember 2007 to 2008. So this white man came. He really wanted to do something. He is David Beckham. He has retired now and he's not coming to Africa anymore. But then he came. He was looking for a partner.
Oh.
I never knew that was his motive. He started from the west end of Freetown looking for partners. That was his confession to me now. He said, hey, I was looking for a partner. I started from West End. All the bicycle shops I visited, no one bought spanners from me. But no one bought spanners from me. But I have come to you and you have showed interest. You have bought the spanners. Now, this is not only what I want from you. I want you to sell bikes to me, and I'll buy them. I said, hey, you are a white man. How can I sell bikes to you? He said, no, if you have bicycles, I can buy them. So we went into business. By then, I don't even have much bikes. I don't have up to 10 bikes. True confession. So in my shop, I have just few bikes. But I know people that sell bikes around. So when the man said, I need 47 bikes, I said, okay, if you need 47 bikes, I can get them for you. So I ran to my fellow traders and told them, hey, I have somebody that wants to buy bikes. So I got into arrangement with them and on commission basis. So I got these bikes and I brought them for him. He was happy about it, and he said, if you have more bikes, I will buy them. I need more. And I got the first set of bikes I got. It was about 27 bikes. I gave it to him. Later, in fact, he did not pay me that day. So I was a bit skeptical, thinking that, hey, is this man not going to trick me? No, I said, no. Let me see. I've not seen a white man that will trick a black man in Africa. Let me try him. And I tried him. Yes. So when I went with him to the place where he was, low south, and I saw the place, and he said, I'll pay you in some days' time. I said, okay, no problems. So after some days, he came, and I went there again, and he said, yeah, he gave me the first money was $800. I said, wow, I've never sold in dollars. I always sell bicycles in euros, and this man gave me dollars that day, $800. Wow. And he said, if you get more bikes, I'll buy them. And after the whole thing, I did business with him for about 21 million, something like that year. He was about to go back. He owed me 3,300,000. And on his way,
Oh no. Oh my gosh, we have to hear the rest of the story. Reconnecting, come on. Reconnect. This is such good stuff, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm loving this. All right, here we go. We're going to get the rest of this.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so
We need to finish this story.
Really. Let me just go through this one. So on on that day, he almost missed his I almost missed my flight, so I am back in the US, but you can call me anytime you need your money. I will send it right away. So I thought this guy is broke, so I did not I did not call him for close to 1 month. And he called me. He said, hey Richard, why are you not calling? Why did you not call me? Don't you want your money? I said, I want my money, but I thought you are broke and you cannot pay me now. He said, no, this is the project I'm running. I have the money. Yes. So later, he said, well, give me the contact and I will send you money. And the money. The way you have treated me is like you must be reliable. Now I want to reward you. How can I reward you? I said, hey, if you can bring me bikes, I can pay for them, and I think that would be better for me. It all started like that, and he started with the first container, and it is fine now. You see, it is fine now, and we have been in this for so long.
Oh my gosh, so you're still in business with him? So you're still in business with him?
Yes, I still do business with him.
So you got him bikes to sell in his store?
No, he has a project, Village Bicycle Project.
Oh, I see.
Bikes,
okay.
For half the price. Yes.
Right.
So he gives out bikes for half the price. He buys the bike to me by then he used to buy the bike to me for 260,000, and he gives it out for 120,000.
Wow.
So he takes it to the village, right in front of the villagers, and give it to them for 120,000, half the price. So that was all how it started. And up to now, when I get the containers from him, he takes 100 bicycles to the provinces and sell it half the price that he pays for it to me.
Ah, okay. Cool. So now you've been able to set up your own bike shop for which you have the club running out of.
Yeah. Really, getting this bike shop in Freetown is one of my best things I have ever yearned for, because even the shop that I was in when he came, the shop was very small. It was a very small one. So when I started getting this whole thing from him, then I got a very big shop, and the things have been going very, very well. The business have been well. It came to a time when I was somehow business became bad. Yeah, but later I have managed it. The one thing he learned me that I've never forgotten, that he said, don't hide anything from me. Anything you do, tell me. If there is a mistake, I will correct you right from there, and you will learn from your mistake. And today, I am successful in it.
Wow. That's an amazing story. Sometimes it's just taking a chance, right? And trusting, like you said. I think that your story is exceptional. I can't wait to get this on the podcast. And so we're going to just finish it up. I am so glad that we were able to finish this and get on WhatsApp. Who knew that this was going to be the price? So I'm praying that I got all the recording of us right here and that I can translate it onto the podcast so people can hear. I would love more pictures, because what I'll do is I'll put them together with the audio and I'll put them up on YouTube so that people can watch pictures while we're talking. So that would be kind of cool. So you have more race pictures. You can send them all to me. I'll put them together. But Richard, I want to thank you so much for being such a servant leader in your hometown and being somebody who's, starts and really, like you said, get the kids off the streets, make sure they're going to school. I can't imagine where you're going to be in 2 years. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have you back on the podcast. So with that, we're going to say thank you. Thank you so much. Please, everybody, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel, put on those notifications. We would really appreciate a 5-star review if you feel so inclined to give us one. Please share with friends, and writing a review would be amazing. With that, have an extraordinary day. Thank you again. I can't believe I'm talking to someone in West Africa. That's what I love about this. You just make so many, I feel like I'm going to cry, but thank you. And yeah, one day I will have to make it there. And if you're ever in Toronto or Montreal for a UCI race with your team, you better connect with me. Because I think your team is going to go pro and you're going to be traveling all over the world.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yes, that's good. I really thank you. And I want to thank every listener, everybody that is listening to us now. I want to tell them Flames Cycling Club is a club that is really hidden. And I want to tell anyone that has any opportunity, any very little time that you may have, please try, support Flames Cycling Club, and you will see a better response. I have tried it and I'm happy about it. I think whoever tries it will,
That's
will
right.
be happy too about it, because there's no secret about it.
Yeah, the Flames Cycling Club is going to the top, I think. You'll be a UCI team for sure. Or you'll have lots of team members on UCI teams, and you send them to me when they come to Montreal.
Okay, we'll get you. And we one day be there to see you reporting live for us. Hey,
Yeah.
these are the guys that I talked with.
All right, hold on.
Sierra Leone, West Africa, and they are here to. This is not a smile, but a
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome.
Good luck with everything.
I really appreciate you.
I don't think you need
Thank
luck,
you.
but good luck.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you again. And before you take off, I have a couple quick announcements, cycling related, of course. So I have my online bike maintenance webinar that happens every Thursday night at 7:30. So you'll learn how to change your tires, repair broken chains, adjust your brakes, and learn how to use all the tools that are in your bike bag that you should be carrying with you. Go to bmcwebinar.com. The next one is my 4-hour cycling skills intensive course. Now, this is where you're going to get all the cycling skills you need to take your experience to the next level, whether it's on the road or online. You're going to learn proper bike pedal form that's going to help you with your efficiency. You're going to learn how to climb hills, all the skills, tips, and tricks, and speed and power. Not to mention, we're going to finish off with nutrition that ties everything together. So go to cyclingskillspro.com and you can find all those information on my courses, webinars, and downloads there. Take care, and I'll see you on the